Hi, I'm Katy from Success for Solopreneurs, and I am sitting in my car. Yes, I decided to do a video recording today in my car, not because I enjoy spending time in my car, but because I am between teaching classes right now where I have a 2-hour break, and I was sitting in on a teleclass with Merriam-Webster, and I realized that I do not have enough time to run back into the building, clock back in, clock back out, all of that weird stuff that has to go on when you have a time clock to punch, and sit down and write this week's article for the newsletter. So I thought that I would try instead to kind of do a video article, I guess. Not really sure how well this is going to go over, but I thought I would give it a try. What this week's subject was going to be about was actually adapting to change and having a willingness to adapt to change. And what prompted it was I was reading my Facebook newsfeed and saw that once again someone was complaining about how they had no desire to switch over to the new Facebook timeline. And I got to thinking, the timeline isn't really any different. It looks differently, it's laid out differently, but it's still the same information. And what everyone was always saying is they can't find anything, and it makes no sense. So I got to thinking that more often than not, what people are responding to when they say that they don't like it, it's just that gut instinct that comes from change. And change, it happens. It's life. You know what? Change is going to keep happening. You can't stop it, especially in this day and age where our technology and just changes so much. I mean, let's face it, it's the big joke that by the time you buy the computer, take the computer out of the box, the next day you're going to find out that there's, a brand new computer that's already replaced yours and made yours obsolete. So we are really changing that quickly, that frequently. So a couple things you can do when you are faced with the shakeup and the fear and the tension around change. You can just prepare yourself, go with the flow, kind of know that, again, change is going to happen. It is inevitable. You can make sure that you recognize what it is you're responding to. So instead of just saying, I don't like it, try to sit down and get to the basics of, well, what about it don't you like? In the case of the new Facebook timeline profiles, one of my friends, everybody kept saying, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, and they never really got into any specifics. One friend of mine said that she is a very visual person, and to her, the new timeline is too cluttered, and it looks like somebody threw up on it. But what it came down to was when you pointed out that all it does is, it's in standard timeline format. All it does is alternate left side, right side, left side, right side. And that's the only difference. Instead of being linear and going one on top of the other, it's just alternating in the way a timeline is. So figure out what it is you don't like, because sometimes you're going to find you are really just responding based on that gut instinct of, oh my God, I hate change. Change is horrible, so I'm just going to fight the change. And probably the third thing you can do, if at all possible, when it comes to things changing, is give yourself time. You don't have to be an early adopter. You don't have to learn it right away. I know, especially with social networks, I did this when Google Plus came out. I joined it, I signed up for it, I played around with it, but I didn't get it. I didn't get it, and I didn't have the time to get it, and so I pretty much said, it's going to be a while until I figure this out. And I didn't beat myself up for not knowing, oh my God, I'm supposed to be an expert on all things social media. I should know how to use this. I should be able to tell people how to use this. I didn't know it. I'm still learning it, and so I'm going at my own pace. So just because there's something new out there, just because something changed and is in a new style, doesn't mean you have to jump right in with both feet. Going back to the Facebook timeline, I recommend whenever people say, should I change before Facebook makes me change? Yes, you should. And the reason why is it will give you the opportunity to have more freedom and to slowly step into it, as opposed to having this new thing just thrust upon you. So there you go. I thank you for listening. I hope this worked sufficiently as today's newsletter, and I will get this up and out shortly. Yeah, somebody just went to their car. Excuse that. So have a wonderful day. Happy Wednesday. Please enjoy the rest of your week. And this is Katy Tafoya for Success for Solopreneurs, signing out.